ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवी सरस्वती व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भगवतीम् उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्रकी। Hare Krishna. We are reading Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, chapter number 2, titled as Remembrance of Lord Krishna, text number 6. You can repeat after me. Shankare Bhagavalokan
शङ्करे भगवलोकानलोकम्
Nrulokam Punaragataha Nrulokam Punaragata
लोकं पुनरगता
Vimrajya Netre Viduram
विमृज्य नेत्रे विदुरम्
Prityahodhava Utsmayam.
विद्याः उद्धव उत्समयम्
We'll repeat together. Shankare Bhagavalokan
शङ्करेर्भगवल्लोकान्
Nralokan Punaragata
लोकं पुनरागता
Vimrujya Netre Viduram
विमृज्य नेत्रे विदुरम्
Prityodhava Utsmayan.
विद्याभव उत्समयान्
Translation. The great devotee Uddhava soon came back from the abode of Lord to the human plane, and wiping his eyes, he awakened his reminiscence of the past and spoke to Vidur in pleasing mood. Hare Krishna. So, Vidurji, as we read yesterday, um, Vidurji is speaking to Uddhavji and he asked him about Lord Krishna. And as soon as Uddhavji heard about Lord Krishna, he immediately went into dead silent and he got absorbed into the pastimes of Lord Krishna. And Uddhavji was remembering everything about Lord Krishna because he was associate of Lord and he was serving Lord Krishna since his childhood. And Vidurji could see that Uddhavji did not move and tears were coming out of the Uddhavji's eyes, and he could see all the ecstatic symptoms in the body of Uddhava. So here further it is mentioned that after a while then Uddhavji came to know that he is there with Vidurji, and he came back to his like normal mood actually. He was crying in ecstasy, but he thought of no, I should speak to Vidura now. So he was from the transcendental plane to the human plane, and he was wiping his eyes, and he was now he's trying to speak.
Why it was?
Huh?
Because he listened to Krishna
Sorry?
first time.
Kya?
Why it was?
Why?
Why he was like
Crying? Oh, we talked about it yesterday. This is one of the transcendental symptom of a devotee. When a devotee
Krishna?
he loves Krishna, then he cries in separation. We talked about yesterday in detail about love and cry. When you are loving somebody and you get separated from that person, then you cry. So that is how the love is all about. So some people they love their family members. So when they are separated from the family members, they cry actually.
Right?
So when like say our parents or father, mother or relatives, if they pass away, if they die, then what do? We cry. Why? Because we love them. There are so many people dying every day, but do we cry for them? We don't cry for them. We read in the newspaper 90 people killed in the that bridge which was broken in India. So did we cry for them? Did you cry for them? Yes or no?
Try to.
Did you cry?
What
No, but if that would have been your relative, they would be crying like crazy, right? Because we love our family members. We don't love everyone. We feel bad, we do sympathize with them, but love is different and sympathy is different. So love is, for one, whom you love, you can do anything. That is called love. While so, if our family members is sick in India, we travel from here to India. But if there are so many people sick all over the world, do we go there? No, we don't love other everybody. We love to people whom we associate with. So that is why Uddhav ji was associating with Lord Krishna. So he
Who was
loved.
in Devan's side? Uddhav.
Huh?
Uddhav was in Devan's side.
Uddhav?
Uddhav was head back to his past. No?
Yeah, Uddhav ji. Yeah, we are talking about Uddhav only. So Uddhav ji is remembering Krishna and is crying because he loves Krishna. We don't love for Krishna, so we don't cry. Our cry is for material things. We cry for money, this, that. But devotees cry for Krishna. So Uddhav ji was crying for Krishna. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. When Uddhava was fully absorbed in the transcendental ecstasy of love of God, he actually forgot all about external world. The pure devotee lives constantly in the abode of Supreme Lord, even in the present body, which apparently belongs to this world. Pure devotee is not exactly on the bodily plane, since he is absorbed in the transcendental thought of Supreme. When Uddhava wanted to speak to Vidura, he came down from the abode of Lord Dwarka to the material plane of human beings. Even though a pure devotee is present on this mortal planet, he is here in relation to the Lord in transcendental loving service and not for any material cause. Hare Krishna. So, Uddhavji, he was in ecstasy of love of Godhead. भगवान से प्रेम था उनको. प्रेम यानी प्रेम की व्याख्या नहीं की जा सकती है, लेकिन प्रेम ये ऐसी भावना है जो हम भौतिक जगत में एक उसका प्रतिबिंब जो है उस परवर्टेड रिफ्लेक्शन बोलते हैं उसको. प्रेम ये आध्यात्मिक जगत में होता है और उसका परवर्टेड रिफ्लेक्शन यहाँ पे उसको लस्ट कहते हैं. So called love in the material world is lust only. But when we love Krishna, that is real love. Why? Because when we are loving Krishna, then we have no expectation out of that relationship. The closest of love relationship is in the material world can be experienced as a relation between mother and a child. That is very close to the transcendental love, where a mother can do anything for the child because she loves her child. So then the mother, when she is loving the child, she forgets all about everything else. We see that animals, in the animals also, like bears, a mother bear, when she is protecting a baby bear, she is very careful, and if anything happens or even there is a slightest danger to the life of baby, the mother bear will attack anyone because she loves her baby. Similarly, one who is in love for Krishna, he will do anything for Krishna. We saw that Hanumanji loved Lord Ramji. So, in love for Lord Rama, Hanumanji crossed over Lanka, crossed over the ocean, went to Lanka, and did everything what he could to obey the orders of Lord Sri Ram. He went to Himalayas to bring Sanjeevani Aushadhi. He burned Lanka. He did so many things just for the pleasure of Krishna. So, when we are in love for Godhead, then we forget about everything, forget all about external world. So usually people worry about what people will think about me. लोग मेरे बारे में क्या सोचेंगे, मैं ऐसा करूँगा वैसा करूँगा. लेकिन जो भगवान से प्रेम करते हैं वो दुनिया का कोई विचार नहीं करते हैं. So Srila Prabhupada had true love for Krishna. So he did not think anything about himself. He just went, even though he was old, he went to America and he spent all his time for all his old age, where he was sick, he had a heart attack, he was not feeling well, but still he did not care about himself. He just tried to spread Krishna consciousness. So, pure devotees are constantly in touch with Krishna. They are always remembering Krishna. Satatam kirtayantamam yatantascha dhradavrata. So pure devotees are constantly remembering Krishna. Satatam kirtayantamam. So even though they are in this material body, uh, their their body is not material. They are spiritual, transcendental. Pure devotee is not exactly on the bodily plane, since he is absorbed in transcendental thought of Lord Krishna. So our Guru Maharaj, Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, he is constantly, you can see him, he is one of the pure devotee of Lord, and 24 by 7, 365 days a year, he is constantly engaged in service of Krishna. So that is why wherever Maharaj goes, you can see that hundreds and thousands of people, they gather around him. Why? Because he is constantly in touch with Krishna. So that when you are in constantly touch with Krishna, constantly serving Krishna, your presence is not material, it is transcendental. So which attracts, transcendental potency attracts everyone. So wherever Maharaj goes, he attracts hundreds and thousands of people. While if we go on the street, nobody will notice even us because we are on the material plane, while Guru Maharaj is on a transcendental plane. He is constantly in touch with Krishna. So pure devotee is not exactly on the bodily plane because he is absorbed in the transcendental thought of Supreme. So Satatam, always thinking about Krishna. So that is the power of bhakti. When you are constantly engaged in serving Krishna,
How to
then
remember
you
Krishna?
cross
How to
over.
remember Krishna being child?
Children, they play usually, and when Uddhava was small, the parents gave him a toy of Krishna. So usually children, they are trained in Krishna consciousness by playing various activities, by doing various activities. Activities are very important. Children learn activities. You give them toys which are spiritual, or if you give them some games which are spiritual games, like that. Like yesterday we read a chapter from Krishna book where Krishna's friends, Gopas, what are they doing? They are eating prasadam with Krishna. They are playing with Krishna. So this is how you can do in the childhood also. You can offer various types of options for the children. Hmm.
He can become devotee.
They should become devotee. Yeah. When Uddhav wanted to speak Vidura, he came down from the abode of Lord Dwarka to the plane of human beings. Even though a pure devotee is present in the mortal plane, he is in relation to Krishna. This is very important. Uh, to Even though a pure devotee is present in this mortal planet, he is here in relation to Lord for engagement in transcendental loving service and not for material cause. Srila Prabhupada, we say, Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale. Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale means kya? What is the meaning of that? Say, Lord Krishna Prasthaya, send him to Bhutale on the material world. So, pure devotees are sent by Lord on this planet for what? Uh, so, for spreading the Krishna consciousness. So, all the pure devotees, even though they are on the Bhautik Jagat, on the material world, we should not think that they are one of us. If Mahatma Gandhi goes to the jail, doesn't mean that Gandhiji is a criminal. Gandhiji goes to jail because he is a freedom fighter. Similarly, we are here in the material world, and Srila Prabhupada also in the material world. But what is the difference between us and the pure devotee? We are here by because of our karma to suffer, or whatever it is, and pure devotee is sent by Krishna for service of Krishna. So this is the difference. So like Vidurji, Uddhavji, Vedvyasji, Pandavas, all these are pure devotees of Lord. So they are sent by Krishna. A living entity can either be on the material plane or in the transcendental abode of Lord in accordance with existential condition. The conditional changes of the living entity are explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita in the instructions given to Rupa Goswami by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, where it is mentioned, Lord Chaitanya says, the living entity all over the universe are enjoying the effects of respective fruitive results of their own work, life after life. Out of all of them, some may be influenced by the association of pure devotees and thus get a chance to execute devotional service by attainment of test. So, Srila Prabhupada ji, sorry, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is explaining to Srila Rupa Goswami. There is a book called as Teachings by Lord Chaitanya. The book is here. So, where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching to Rupa Goswami at at a ghat in Allahabad. There's a place, there's a tree underneath. So there was a teaching for 10 days. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave teaching to Rupa Goswami. So there Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying that all the living entities, जितने भी जीव है दुनिया में, पशु पक्षी मनुष्य प्राणी जो भी है, वृक्ष वगैरह, तो ये सब अपने पूर्व जन्म के कर्म फल भोगने के लिए यहाँ पे जन्म लिए हैं सबने. हमारा भी जन्म है, ये कोई कर्म का फल है. तो हमें जो भी शरीर मिला है, जो भी परिस्थिति है हमारी, वो कर्मों के फल के हिसाब से है. और ये कर्म का जो सिद्धांत है, उसमें अगर कोई भक्तों के साथ, शुद्ध भक्तों के साथ संग आ गया, तो अगर कोई भगवान के शुद्ध भक्त है, उनका संग आ गया, तो फिर क्या होता है? तो फिर वो भौतिक जगत में भी उनको भक्ति करने का लाभ मिलता है. They get a chance to execute devotional service by attainment of test. अब ये टेस्ट क्या है? भक्ति का टेस्ट क्या है? भक्ति का स्वाद क्या है? The test is the seed of devotional service, and one who is fortunate enough to have received such a seed is advised to sow it in the core of his heart. तो ये बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है कि ये जो भक्ति का जो बीज है, भक्ति लता बीज, जिसको हमें वृक्ष बनाना है, तो इसका जो सीड प्लांटेशन है, बीज का जो रोपण है, वो उसका जो रोपण है वो प्योर भक्तों के संग से हो सकता है. As one cultivates the seed by pouring the water to fructify it, the seed of devotional service sown in the heart of devotee may be cultured by pouring water in the form of hearing and chanting of the holy name. So भक्तों के संग में आते हैं, सेवा करते हैं, तो सीड आता है अंदर. सीड यानी बीजारोपण. फिर उसको पानी डालना पड़ता है. तो पानी कैसे डालना है? तो श्रवणम कीर्तनम, तो सुनना है भगवान के बारे में और भगवान के नाम का स्मरण करना. The creeper of the devotional service, so nourished, gradually grows, and the devotee, acting as a gardener, goes on pouring the water of constant hearing and chanting. तो ये छोटा सा बीज है, अभी वो रोप बन जाता है. रोप यानी छोटा सा पौधा बनता है, लेकिन उसको पानी की बहुत ज़रूरत पड़ती है. तो फिर कैसे पानी दे उसको? तो सततम कीर्तय, हम सुनते रहे, कॉन्स्टेंट हियरिंग एंड चैंटिंग. द क्रीपर ऑफ डिवोशनल सर्विस ग्रेजुअली ग्रोज so high that it passes through the entire material universe. फिर वो पौधा बड़ा होता है, एकदम बड़ा हो जाता है, और ये जो है भौतिक जगत को पार करके आध्यात्मिक जगत में चला जाता है. ग्रोइंग स्टिल हायर एंड हायर until reaches the planet of गोलोक वृंदावन धाम. और ये जो है सीधा ऊपर जाता है और गोलोक वृंदावन धाम. The devotee gardener is in touch with the abode of Lord even from the material plane by the dint of performing devotional service to the Lord, simply by hearing and chanting. तो भगवान के धाम वो पौधा पहुंच जाता है. और फिर भक्त है जो है वो श्रवणम और कीर्तनम नहीं छोड़ता है. As the creeper takes the shelter of another stronger tree, similarly the creeper of devotional service nourished by the devotee takes the shelter of lotus feet of the Lord and thus becomes fixed. तो ये जो क्रीपर है, पौधा है, बड़ा होते होते भगवान के चरणों में चला जाता है, गोलोक वृंदावन धाम में, और वो पौधा है भगवान के चरणों में नतमस्तक हो जाता है. When the creeper is fixed, then the fruit of the creeper comes into existence, and then the gardener who is nourished it is able to enjoy this fruit of love, and his life becomes successful. फिर सक्सेस आ जाता है. तो भक्ति में सक्सेस क्या है? तो जब हमारी भक्ति में हम भगवान को शरणागति हो जाए पूर्णता, तभी हमें भक्ति का सक्सेस है. That Uddhava attained this stage is evident from his dealings. He could simultaneously reach the supreme planet and still appear in this world. So Uddhava is a pure bhakta. His bija, which was planted in the childhood, grew further with association of Lord Krishna and his devotees. He kept on hearing about Krishna, chanting about Krishna, and even after passing away of Krishna, his uh, his mind was always engaged in remembrance of Krishna. So this way, he attained purity like that. So here we can see that Uddhavji is a pure devotee, and Srila Prabhupada is describing the qualifications of